lot of those soldiers returning home became cowboys. And that is where the original black cowboys came from. Black men were among the first cowboys in the U.S. They roped, branded, and saddled up for the cattle drives. Some gained fame, such as Bill Pickett and Nat Love. I eventually brought up at Dodge City, Kansas, which at the time was a typical frontier city, with a great many salons, dance halls, and gambling houses, and very little of anything else, wrote Love, who was born and enslaved in Tennessee in his 1907 autobiography, The Lives and Adventures of Nat Love. Pickett, credited with creating the bulldogging technique of bringing a young steer to the ground in a rodeo, was featured in a silent film, The Bulldogger, in 1921. But mostly, as time passed, pop culture erased black cowboys from the Western milieu, creating a misleading image of the Old West as people by white men on horseback riding the lonely grasslands. The Library of Congress collections help document a more accurate picture of what cowboy culture life in the Western U.S. actually looked like in the late 19th and early 20th centuries during the cowboy heyday. They included resource guides, newspaper archives, an American Folk Life Resource Project, a 2020 concert of old black cowboy songs, books, magazines, photographs, and posters that document the role African Americans played, particularly in the 1870s when mainly newly freed black people headed west. The origins of Home on the Range, the unofficial anthem of the West, are famously muddled, but it's not disputed that its first recording was by a black saloon keeper and former cowboy in San Antonio, who performed it for folklorist John Lomax in 1908. In fact, Lomax's influential publication of 1910, Cowboy Songs and Other Frontier Ballads, traced several standards to black cowboys, including "Get along, little doggies, get along." The Lomax family collection was housed at the library as John and his son Alan worked directly with the library for more than a decade in recording and archiving American folk songs. Today, young African Americans have been leading efforts to promote and protect the legacy of early black cowboys in the American West by forming riding groups in many states, organizing parades, or competing in national rodeos. The Black Cowboy Parade has been a popular event in Oakland, California for the last 74 years. New York Times reporter Walter Thompson Hernandez wrote a book about cowboys in Los Angeles County last year, The Compton Cowboys, the new generation of cowboys in America's urban heartland. The Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo, which celebrates African American men and women who are keeping the cowboy tradition alive, has entertained over 5.5 million people since its launch in 1984.